Morning. Take a look here at the Bitcoin. Take two. Bitcoin here. Yesterday, we thought that Bitcoin was going to start rebounding. However, we went back down to $72,000. However, the evidence is mounting for a short-term rally here, even more so than we had yesterday. So let's take a look here. Bitcoin, even though it went down, had a decent wick. It's not like a super bullish wick, but there was a little bit of evidence here that bulls were willing to come in and buy a little bit of Bitcoin at these levels. And we are in very oversold territory on our stochastic RSI and on our relative strength index still. And yes, we still have the gap on the futures chart right here up to $81,000. But again, the day closed a little bit higher up. So you might see this extend upwards a little bit higher past 81K to 84K when eventually we do fill this. And on the futures chart, we actually have an even more, slightly more bullish wick here than we had on the spot chart. And also, we are now in oversold territory on the relative strength index and the stochastic RSI. When you're starting to get a little bit of a rebound, you want to see these two indicators on the futures chart and on the spot chart both be aligned with one another. It's a sign to you that a reversal is on the way, even if it's just a short-term one. Also, if we take a look at our Bitcoin liquidation heat map to see what makes Binance the most amount of money, which is a pretty good thing to be taking a look at, we can see that the most liquidations in the short term here, you might have a little dip down to like that 72, 70, really like 76K range, not 72, but 76K. You might have a little dip here today to scoop that liquidity, but then there's more money back up here closer to $81,000. And then there's pretty much a dead zone all the way up to $84,000, which is where the futures market closed. This point right here would be Bitcoin on the futures chart coming all the way up and closing this gap, extending a tiny bit above it, probably touching the 21-day exponential moving average, that yellow line. The gap would be filled, Binance would make its money, and then probably a reversal back down to our bearish targets of, I'm calling for 63K ish in that range. That's personally what I think is happening here on the charts. And we might not see the bullish reversal here until maybe later today, maybe tomorrow or the day afterwards, right? This might take a little bit of time to set up, particularly with that financial incentive back down at roughly $76,000, $75,000 or so. That is the update for the day. Hope you have a great day and do good things and be good people and you make the money.